Okay, Mr. Malinosky coming at you. First Amendment, the freedoms of RAPPS. R-A-P-P-S. This is one of the most important amendments ever added to the Constitution. It defines some of our essential liberties and freedoms as Americans, as people living in the United States. So the freedoms of RAPPS, and again, the R is religion, the freedom of religion. A is assembly, the freedom of assembly. P is petition, the freedom of petition. P is press, freedom of press. And S is speech, the freedom of speech. So remember, RAPPS, those are your First Amendment freedoms. Celebrating the First Amendment. There's a little birthday cake with Uncle Sam having all 5 First Amendment freedoms there. Speech, press, religion, assembly, and petition. So freedom of religion. Government may not establish an official religion, endorse an official religion, or unduly interfere with the free exercise of religion. So that means you can practice any religion you want or none at all, and taxes can't support one religion. There could be no church in the United States. Take a look at these people in prayer in all their different forms. And here, that's the Norman Rockwell painting on the left. On the right is an issue of schools versus churches in our own Fairfax County. More on that later. Freedom of assembly. Individuals may peacefully gather. You can protest the government or join a group without fear of arrest. Here's some pictures of it. Freedom of assembly. You can see a speech on the National Mall, protest against Bush, protest against Obama, protest against the Vietnam War, and a quote from Dwight Eisenhower about the importance of allowing assembly. Freedom of petition. Individuals have the right to make their views known to public officials. Usually you can contact public officials in person, that's the best way anyway, with an ask and a list of supporters' signatures. The more signatures, the better. Best example of this recently, Stop SOPA, the internet piracy law. Started with 1 or 2 websites, and Congress ended up getting 3 million hits. This was last year. 3 million requests saying, don't pass this bill. And that takes us to freedom of the press. The press, mass media, so we're talking CNN, Fox, Washington Post, has the right to gather and publish information, including that which criticizes the government. So the media can be very negative about the president, Congress, and even the police, and not get arrested for that content. There's a picture of it. This would be the lack of freedom of press, the press in chains, but of course in the United States there's no chains along the media, put there by the government. Freedom of speech. Individuals are free to express their opinions and beliefs. You can say whatever you want as long as it is not a clear and present danger to another. And finally, we've got a person speaking out, and we've got 2 students wearing black armbands expressing freedom of expression. Alright folks, that's all for today. If you're confused about anything, rewind this track, watch it again. It's very important that we understand RAPPS and our First Amendment freedoms. Thank you all. Bye-bye.